Hey everyone, and welcome back to Woo Woo Wednesday, where I share my intuitive insight and weekly wisdom with you through the use of oracle cards. I'm Brit Carmichael, the founder of Shine School, an empowerment coach and luxury retreat host to help women break free of the fear that stops them from shining their authentic light. I am so excited to join you this week. This is going to be a beautiful time of transformation. We just had the 8-8 Lionsgate portal, and we've got lots of retrogrades happening. We've got Venus in retrograde, and we're in the shadows of Mercury. So hello, Mercury retrograde around the corner. So this is a beautiful time of revision and of slowing down to take stock of all the things in your life. This is ultimately the hashtag 7 or above month for you to really figure out, are the things that you're doing, the things that you're eating, the people that you're hanging out with, the job that you're doing, the social media that you're consuming, is all of that in alignment with where you're going and not who you used to be. So this is a potent time of stepping fully into the embodiment of your authentic self. So I'm excited to see what comes up in the cards today. All right, so take a moment to say hello if you're here. Drop your name. Where are you from? What's your zodiac sign? Hello, Leanne. Hey, Monica. Everyone in the building. Tamlin's here. It's so good to see everyone. I just love joining you guys live to bring the sparkle magic. We're going to be pulling some cards from my Shine from the Inside Oracle. If you don't have a copy of this yet, where have you been? Oh my gosh, we're throwing it around. You can pick up your copy on Amazon so that you have this tool for self-care and self-love. I took all the lessons inside of Shine School, my signature self-discovery course, and I turned it into a beautiful deck to help empower you to show up consistently for your self-care rituals every day. So before I shuffle, I want to just take a moment to tune in. So take a nice deep breath in. Fill up those lungs and then exhale, close down your eyes, just taking a minute to see how you feel. I want you to scan from the top of your head all the way down to the tips of your toes, breathing in a beautiful white glowing light. Allow that energy to fill you up, to bring you to this present moment. And with every exhale, release and let go. Send that energy down like a wave of relaxation all across your body, from the top of your head to the tips of your toes. And continue to slow down and focus on your breathing while you're present here during this time. Whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes, but just take that moment to thank yourself for being here. Maybe you need this like quick check-in. Oh my gosh, people are calling. Maybe you need this quick check-in. Maybe this is a time for you to really get clear on how you're feeling so that you can be the one to take control and make those changes. So if you're feeling a little bit off, go in, check it, go inside, check in. Why? What's going on and what needs to be released? All right. How does that feel already? Leo from VA. Hello, Miss Monica. I want to know, where are the Leos in the house? If it's your birthday this month, let us know so that we can celebrate you. Leo season is always my favorite. We're in the 40 days of self-love right now. This is a potent time of really tapping into how you treat yourself, and that sets the tone for the next year to come on how you allow others to treat you. So if you've been, hot damn, I just saw it flipped out. I'll save it and keep that a surprise for you guys, but wowza. If you have been beating yourself up, or if you've been really struggling because you've had old beliefs or old thoughts or old feelings resurface and it feels like, I thought I was done with this, why am I feeling this way? It's actually to be released and not relived. So just witness it, notice it, let it go. All right, let's see what the next two cards are for this week. And just take a moment to tune into your heart and set that intention that you receive the message you need most at this time. I want you to pay attention to the thoughts and the feelings, the ideas that come up during this reading, because that is what's true for you. This is about trusting our intuition. Yesterday, inside the Elevated Life Club, our monthly group coaching membership, we taught all on intuition mastery. And using cards has been one of the most profound tools that I have used to tap into and trust my psychic abilities. Now, there's many different Another one flew out, but I can't see it this time. I don't like to know. I like it to be a surprise. But there are many different tools to tap into it, but most importantly, that you're just practicing something, because it does take time. That intuitive psychic muscle doesn't build overnight. So if you're someone who struggles with trusting themselves and you need that guidance on, I don't even know the difference between my ego yelling at me or my soul whispering, I can't tell the difference, I feel confused. If you're lacking clarity and feel confused, then this masterclass is surely for you. You don't want to miss it. You can actually access the replay when you sign up to become an elevator at theelevatedlifeclub.com. So if that's something you're like, I need to develop more of that, I need a mentor, then come join us in the club. All right, last card. Hello, Sarai. Okay, Monica says, August 19th, ugh, I feel so good to be back in track. I've felt off with negative brain, I guess negative emotions coming up to release to bring in the new. Absolutely, Monica, especially with it being your birthday season, the retrogrades, and 2 full moons this month. So it is a potent time of purging and releasing, detoxing and decluttering, really just clearing out all the old. Because if we're trying to call in new manifestations, which we're all pumped, like new moon, all the things. Speaking of new moon, y'all know I love my goddess gatherings on the full moon, but next month we're changing it up, shaking it up, and doing a new moon manifesting ritual. So we all love to manifest, right? But what I found in the 10 years of coaching and empowering women to build their dream life is that you can't grab onto the new manifestation if you're still clinging onto the old belief or the old past that does not serve you anymore. So this is that beautiful time to just let go, to surrender, to trust the process. And the more you cling on, the more you resist your transformation, the more lessons you're going to learn. Okay. So just embrace the flow and trust the process, because this is a really beautiful time of release. So just witness, be aware. It's coming up. Hey, I see you. It's like every PMS cycle, I just witness. Okay, sister, I see you. You crazy today. Like, whoa, what is going on? It's not about beating yourself up. It's just witnessing. Become aware. Just let it fly. It's like in meditation, right? We're not doing it wrong when thoughts come up. It just, thoughts will come up, but we have to let them go. We just have to see that they're there and not chase them down the rabbit hole. Hello, guys. Watch the replay. Yesterday's live TEL was amazing. Leanne, thank you so much for joining us. It's so awesome that we have elevators all across the globe. We could tell it was nighttime over in the UK when we were teaching in the Elevated Life for You. Feeling that, I keep asking myself, is this depression or is this releasing? I think that level of awareness is so beautiful, so that you can recognize, that's the same question you have to ask as an empath when you're feeling other people's emotions. Is this mine or is this someone else's? So let's dive in. The first card that comes up for the week is You Are Perfectly Beautiful. What a massive focus on getting comfortable in your own skin, because as the things come up to be purged, to be released, a lot of the times we can criticize and judge ourselves for things that we did or didn't do in the past. But that story must end. We are only as strong as the story we tell ourselves. So this card coming up for this time, this potent transformational time, is saying you've got to change your story. You've got to stop comparing yourself to other people. You've got to stop, that saying, don't compare your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 20. I think that's just such a great reminder that we're all in different stages of our journey, and that we can use each other as inspiration for transformation rather than jealousy of, well, why does she have that and I don't? I think it's so powerful to flip that comparison or that jealousy as fuel for like, holy shit, it's possible. I'll never forget when I was working in Forever 21 before I became a hairdresser. I was over 200 pounds, and this woman that I worked with said, I lost over 100 pounds and I walked 10 miles a day. And that was it. That's all it took for me. I tried my whole life to break that old story that I told myself when I was 8 years old, that I was fat because my uncle called me Brittney. I didn't know that until I started, thank God for marrying a hypnotist, because I didn't know that I hated my body because of an experience when I was 8 years old. And so having to break that cycle, you don't realize that comes from an early childhood, an early seed that was planted. And so for me, breaking that cycle of the story that I told myself, that I was fat, I wasn't beautiful, blah, 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 that negative story, it is so important for you to recognize the stories that you're telling yourself and see, where are they rooted from? Are they coming from the past? Are they coming from someone else's idea or projection onto you? Or is this something that you've decided for yourself? And if it doesn't feel good, ooh, let's just shake it off and try something new. So my old phrase was I'm fat, and I changed it to I'm beautiful. It was that simple of a shift. Now, did it work overnight? No. Did it feel uncomfortable every time I said I'm beautiful? It felt weird and it felt uncomfortable, but over time it started to sink in and I rewired my brain through this reframing. So what story are you telling yourself and what positive one can you replace it with? Hi, Brookie. Okay, second card that comes up. Let me just make sure I am catching up with everybody's comments. Okay, second card. Detox and declutter. I'm telling y'all, this is the vibe for this month. So practice feng shui, create a sacred space. This card is letting you know that if it's not making you feel good, whether it's a person, a food, an environment, a job, a this or a that, or a t-shirt, man, let it go, donate it, delete it, just be done with it. So when this card comes up for this potent time of transformation, I am feeling like it's important for you to set your environment, which is our root chakra. It's the base of our enlightenment. It's the base of building the foundation of the human soul. So if our root chakra is unbalanced, our environment, our community, our support system, our finances, all of those are governed in that first house of the root chakra. So if we're feeling unsafe, if we're feeling chaos in our life, then it's so important for us to take control and create a calming energy, a calming environment. So practicing feng shui, what can you do to bring in more houseplants, to bring in more color, maybe change some textures? Chris and I have just changed all of our bedding to linen. It's a very healing material, whereas polyesters and all of that are man-made and actually block the aura. And linen has a plus 500 something, I don't know. It's like healing for the body. If you think about it, like in hospitals, and I mean, we even call it a linen closet, right? Linen, not like polyester man-made bullshit acrylic. It's a linen closet. So that's been something that we've been doing, is like, how can we clear out more of that false toxic stuff? And something as simple as linen sheets has made all the difference in Chris has no more restless leg syndrome, and we're sleeping like babies. So practice feng shui. What can you do to change your environment to make you feel safe or comfortable? Let me just pull up these comments here so I can catch in with you. Hello, everyone. Hi, so good. From Alan. Oh my gosh, you're right around the corner. Currently reorganizing my truck, so I must be on track. Yes, I love that. I mean, your environment essentially is a direct reflection of how you're thinking and feeling on the inside. So if your office or your house or your car is just filled with clutter, I know for a fact that your mind is filled with clutter. So as we start to clear up our environmental space, it helps our mind to release some of those thoughts that we're holding on to. All right, we use bamboo sheets and they are the bomb. Yes, bamboo, organic cotton, linen. I mean, we got to get back to wool, wool blankets, but maybe not sheets. We got to get back to the natural fibers. Okay, what else? You guys are amazing. Hi, Brandy. Released it new, and knew when it was my time it would be, and I met you in person at my house within a week of alone time. 100% worth the wait. Phone glitching. Oh my gosh. How cool is that? I knew you knew we were coming to surprise you because you're so intuitive. And yeah, that was one of the most fun things. Holy moly, this card. Stay away from drama today. Stay away from, hold on, where's the lighting? There we go. Stay away from drama today. Wow. This is a very important card, especially with all this releasing that we're going to be doing. We're going to be in a vulnerable, sensitive space, right? So as we're purging and detoxing and trying to find who we authentically are in this chapter of our life, we have to unplug from the drama, whether it's our own and that shitty story that we tell ourselves, or it's external drama. Right now with the Aries Libra nodal shift, a lot of relationships are coming up into question to see, are these supportive and collaborative, or are they actually codependent and toxic? So this card, with everything else, is showing me that as we are learning to love ourselves, we have to create a safe and sacred environment so that we feel protected, that we feel loved and nurtured. Because when we're growing into a new chapter, it takes a moment for us to kind of get our feet beneath those wings and understand that we're safe in this new expression of ourselves, because we're so comfortable being that old version of ourselves. We don't know what it feels like. We haven't built the confidence as this new aligned version of ourselves. So stay away from drama today. turn off the social medias that don't bring you joy. 7 or above everything in your life right now. And if you've never heard of that, hashtag 7 or above is exactly why Chris and I started the Elevated Life. We realized that we have the power to choose in our life, that we're one decision away from our dream life, and you get to decide what you fill your life with, what clients you allow into your world, what food you allow into your body. And on a scale of 1 to 10, this is the perfect tool to use our rational mind and our feelings, our guts. So this is something we taught inside the Intuition Mastery, is how to identify, like, is this my head talking? Is this what my heart wants? Like, I can't tell the difference. I'm so confused. So use the 7 or above rule on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being nope, and 10 being hell, full body, yes. Only allow things into your life that are 7 or above. There is one caveat that someone always tries to come at me with, and that's, but like, what about the laundry? Like, I got to do the laundry, but I don't want to do it. Like, okay, well then either get a housekeeper or change your perspective, right? Reframing our mindset, this is what's teaching us to do. So we have to reframe our mindset around the things that aren't maybe a 7 or above to make them a 7, as if it were the chores, not, hey, maybe one day he'll change. Maybe one day he'll stop beating me. Let's just make him a 7. No, bro, we're talking about laundry. We're talking about chores. We're talking about the simple stuff, right? So there's your caveat. If it's not a 7 or above and you can't delegate it or delete it, then you have to reframe your mind around, what does this bring me? So the dishes, the laundry, it brings me clean clothes. It brings me clean plates that I eat my delicious food on, that nourish my body, and blah, blah, blah. So you have to change the story around that. Linen helps with restless leg. I can't wait to try. Yes, Kristen. The energy, the electricity that gets created when you're using not natural fibers builds static in the body, and that makes people restless. So I think it's really cool that instantly Chris's restless leg, because he would kick and kick. I felt like he was a vibrator over there. I'm like, can we just put it where it feels good? Like, stop kicking me. And within like that day, like that night, he hasn't jittered in the bed once, so it's crazy. Okay, let's see. Let's recap. What card is resonating with you most at this time? Is it you are perfectly beautiful? It's time to stop the comparison syndrome. It's time to update the internal vision that we have of ourselves, or the story that we tell about ourselves, or the labels that we place on ourselves. Is it practice feng shui, create a sacred space? Is it time for you to clear out the clutter, to create that space in an environment where you can go to on the daily for your self-care so that you feel nurtured and supported? Or are you feeling called to stay away from drama today? Oh my gosh, the lighting on here is crazy. Summertime, y'all. Stay away from drama today. Is it your own drama, or is it external drama? And it may even be your family, which sometimes is a hard pill to swallow, especially if you're the unicorn black sheep of your family and you just don't quite fit in. So we feel obligated to like be there for them and blah, 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 because they're our family. But maybe that's the drama we need to disconnect from. I'll never forget over 10 years ago when Chris and I started this conscious journey of self-discovery, I cut everybody out. Friends, family. The only people I didn't cut out were some of my clients to pay my bills. And other than that, I was like, I'm out. Like, I don't know who I am with all this external stimulus. I have to figure out who I am and then root and embody that, and then take that into the world and not be bombarded by other people's thoughts or judgment or opinion, right? So until we know who we are and can stand on our own 2 feet with confidence, because we know what our integrity is, our boundaries, our like our mission, our beliefs in life, until we start to become clear on what that is, you're going to be swayed by other people and authority figures in your life of like, well, maybe I should do this, or maybe I should do that. You do it out of people pleasing for love. But when you love yourself, you don't give a fuck about pleasing anybody else. Cut out the clutter. Yep. I pulled 2 cards last night. We thought Noodles was going to pass last night. And so I consulted the cards and I pulled 2 cards, simplicity and purification. And both cards talked about releasing and just letting go for creating the new chapter. So I think that's the message this week, is just release to find peace, release to make space to call in the new. We've got a new moon coming up and next week. So I think it's just a beautiful time to let purge, get all that stuff out. And that way you're ready and open to receive when the time is right. I love being the black sheep. Well, rainbow unicorn. Now I'm finally getting to know who I am. I love that. I kind of resonate with all 3. Yeah, totally normal to resonate with all 3. I just want to take a moment to see the comments everywhere. Let's see. Girl, yes, cut out the external. I just broke up with the guy that I was seeing because he was not honoring my boundaries and was verbally abusive. And I said, unconditional love doesn't mean unconditional tolerance. Oof, mic drop on on that. And congratulations for seeing that red flag and piecing the fuck out and not like making excuses for it or tolerating it. Like you just said, I think that's so powerful. And that's the kind of strong ass women I want to surround myself with. Okay, what else? What else are we working with? That's me every night. Okay, girl, get yourself some linen. What other thoughts, questions, ideas do you guys have for me today? If you know a soul sister who would love this message, please spread the good vibes by sharing the video, tagging them, posting it on your social, and tagging me at The World by Brit. Whatever you got to do to spread the good vibes. I just absolutely appreciate all the love and support. All right, any other questions before I head out of here? Now, before we got on here, I was just talking with a friend who's one of our elevators, and she was saying, I want to book a tarot reading on my birthday. When do you read? So I'll let everyone know I read on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. So if you've been looking to book a 1 hour call with me, you can go to brittneycarmichael.com/tarot to book a 1 hour empowerment coaching session. We'll use my intuitive insight, my practical skills of building multiple six-figure businesses, as well as my intuitive insight to help you break through that barrier, that fear, that block, that limiting belief that's stopping you from expanding to that next chapter. All right. Called out. All right. Any other thoughts, questions, or ideas for today? I feel like this has been so beautiful to be able to show up and share this message. This is a potent week of release. That's plain and simple. We're still following the trend of that full moon that was on the first of the month. We'll end the month with a full moon. So use this time to just clear it out. Not for me. We all want more. We want more. Let's have more. Let's do more. Let's get more. Let's have more clients. But what if you challenge yourself to just turn it around this month and create more simplicity? What can you let go of to focus on what really matters most to you in this time? All right. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you know someone who would love it, please spread the good vibes, and I will catch you guys next week. Peace.